So whenever you're ready.
Alright. Hi, everybody. My name is KaizenMa. You guys expected TGH to be running. Unfortunately, he could not make it for some reason, so I am going to be the backup runner for Celeste. Celeste is a fantastic platforming game that you guys will get to see here in a bit. Hope you all are doing well, and thank you all for coming out to Keizathon. For a fantastic dude. I think we would be remiss if we didn't name Madeline OBB, and I am good to go when you guys are. You can count down whenever you're ready.
I'm gonna count down for you.
Sure.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Cool. So Celeste is a wonderfully, wonderfully beautiful platformer. And while nothing story-wise is going to get spoiled in the stream, first thing I'm going to do is recommend that you go out and get this game because it's the best gaming experience you're going to have in a very long time. You may notice I'm kind of jumping like a crazy man. And that's because this is the only time in the game we don't have a dash until literally right about now. So, the basic movement in this game is all about dashing in various directions. As you'll see, various ways of jumping, dashing, and doing crazy things as we go along. There are 7 main levels, each of which get incrementally harder and longer. But it starts to go crazy just right off the bat with a bunch of different movement tech, including wall bounces, crazy stuff like that. Just not things you would typically see in a normal platformer, but still a ton of fun. I have been told that game audio is too loud, so I'll fix that as soon as I can. Apologies.
All good, man.
While I'm doing the first level and just dashing about, if there's any donations or anything from the break, feel free. I should just, stop missing walls, though. That would be a great start. So yeah, each level has its own little gimmick. For example, the gimmick of this level is those moving platforms that when you grab them, they will catapult you in directions. It's only present in this level and what ends up being the final level, which is kind of a mixture of everything, as you'll see later. And that was not great, but this time we got it.
Oh, whenever you're ready, you have 2 donations to read off.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, sweet. So we got 420 cents from Peacock's Alt saying, "Crowdsourcing for your medical bills? That's essentially what health insurance is on a larger scale. Just my boy Key. Best wishes on for his prognosis." And then it goes towards the name of the player character, Jinx. Need to specify which game though, because we had that as well for Fire Red Leaf Green. But thank you for donation. There's also $10 from Reckless Greed saying, "Long time watcher, first time donator." Wait, wrong marathon. One ball to rule them all. There you go, take it away.
Beautiful. So somebody was asking in chat if they should not watch this run if they want to get the game and play it on their own. And I assure you that story-wise, you literally won't know anything about the story by watching this run, simply because we literally skip everything. So it's a great run to watch, even if you want to play it in the near future, yes. So don't feel like you can't watch it. And plus, let's be honest, your first time through, I don't think you'll be doing the things that we're doing. So. But yeah. This gimmick, as you can see, are these little space blocks, which you can dash through them and jump through them and gain your dash back. And they allow for some really interesting, super cool speed tech. This part is a bunch of fun because you also have a little dark version of you called Part of You chasing you this whole time. And she does the exact same movements that you do, so you have to base your movement around her. Woo! And hopefully not get stuck to a wall. Someone in chat, I love climbing girl game. Yeah, you're right.
Climbing girl, best girl.
She is what we call a cinnamon roll. Let's be honest here.
Yes.
And realistically, that's the end of the second level. The first 3 levels go by pretty quickly. That's not to imply that they're easy by any means, and I also don't know how to jump, but they're just short enough where we get through them relatively quickly. Which is unfortunate, because honestly, this is probably my favorite gimmick in the whole game, are these space blocks. And unfortunately, we don't see them again till the end. But it's fine. Now we just found out, you know, everything we know is a lie. And we have to go through the level again, except without space blocks. I already see the Chapter 3 hate coming in chat. I feel you, and I agree with you. Though if TGH heard me say that, he might actually murder me. So, you guys didn't hear anything.
Why do people hate Chapter 3 in that case?
What was that?
Why do people hate Chapter 3 in that case?
It's very... I don't want to say difficult, but it's very much different than the last 2 chapters. And also has a very angry ghost thing following you towards the end of it.
Okay.
And it's inconvenient, to say the least. TGH needs to admit that the Chapter 3 gimmick isn't fun. He'll never do it. I believe his thought process on it is if you don't like Chapter 3, you're doing it wrong. And I do that wrong every time. And yeah, Chapter 3 is longer than the average chapter as well. So, oh yeah, it's a nice little hotel that's totally not overrun by killer dust bunnies or anything. But you know, it's a good time. But yeah, the big gimmick here isn't... There's 2 main gimmicks here. One that's going on now, which is the... Can you please, Madeline? The little wiggly things on the walls will turn into dust bunnies that will kill you if you touch them again. So that's the main gimmick going on right now. You'll see later that we will be getting chased by a very angry thing. And that's the second main gimmick. Chapter 3 isn't bad, fight me. I mean, alright. I won't fight you because you seem like a perfectly reasonable person. Right now we're just kind of going through the easiest part of this, so if you have any donations, now's a great time.
Perfect, we actually have one donation right here from Crazy Blob for $20 saying, instead of Poe and Emerald, HM slave name Dionysus. You know, the god of rape, harvest, winemaking, wine, and some other shit. Thanks for $20, Crazy Blob. Appreciate it. If you don't mind, I'm gonna plug in them really quick.
Please do.
Alright, so for a game after this one, Owlboy, we actually have an incentive for the Bad Boss camera. It's for like $25 out of $50, so if we can get that met soon, that'd be pretty awesome. There's also the Fallout 4 file name coming up as well, which is after that run. So, actually no, it's after RSR, which is after Owlboy, so that's coming up pretty soon as well. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'll plug the Owlboy run as well. That run is awesome. Reverse boss sword in almost any game is always awesome, but in Owlboy it's super cool. So I highly recommend getting that incentive met. Also, while I have the mic, I might as well say, so I don't waste time later. Keizaron's a great dude, guys, and for those of you who might be new and just, you know, kind of chilling, wondering who this guy is, he's a wonderful, wonderful speedrunner, great member of the community. I highly recommend following him if you already don't, and, you know, just checking him out for good fun. I will be donating $10 towards the incentive of his choice. I know it's not much, but it's what I can do right now. But Keizaron, you rock, dude. I hope this all goes well for you, and I'm super glad I got to be a part of this in the way that I could. So
he's a good friend of mine personally, so it feels good to just have his marathon going in the first place to help him out.
Yep.
And I've been doing myself as well at some points. it's been awesome playing it as well too. I haven't been around for it much, but we pulled together a nice little marathon here, and we got a lot of runs for it. So I'm excited for what's to come for sure.
So now we're doing what we call the cleanup section, where there's a bunch of towels, books, and something else that for some reason I can't remember to save the life of me. But towels, books, and something else that need to be cleaned up in order for us to find the key to the next area. And this is super cool, just a little gimmick section where you have to hit the switch to clean everything up really quickly. And then we go and get this key, and this begins the hard section. Boxes, yes, thank you. Begins the hard section of the level. For two reasons. We have a bunch of fun... Boy, please, dust bunnies, die in a fire. A bunch of fun little quick sections, and then we have this crazy dash section that may or may not take me about 1,500 tries, so just be prepared for that. But other than that, it's not too big of a deal on this section here. Oh god. Except when I don't grab the wall, and then I almost die because of it. Alright, second try is not bad for that trick by any means. Alright, so now we're getting towards the end part of the regular level, which of course is overridden with dust bunnies everywhere. And now we're going to meet our little ghost friend, Mr. Oshiro, who's now not very happy. And now he wants some lunch. And we don't want to give him that lunch because, quite frankly, we don't like dying. So, let's not get munched on. This is also notoriously a bunch of people's least favorite part of the run. Because while Oshiro is, you know, there's no RNG to him or anything, it just makes this entire part incredibly inconvenient. Thought they were Satan residue? Fair enough.
Music's beautiful, by the way.
I'm sorry?
Music is beautiful, by the way.
Oh, the music in this game is fantastic. Like, top tier.
Yeah, I still need to play it myself. I've heard great things about this game in general.
Yeah, I highly recommend anybody playing this game. My game of the year so far, by far. Matt Thorson and his team did an incredible job. Holy cow! Oh, Lord. We're okay. Alright, we're fine. We got out of Resort without dying to Oshiro. Friggin' jeez. Now we go on to Golden Ridge, which has its gimmick being these little clouds, which are nice and fluffy and you can jump on them. These bubbles, where you can choose a cardinal direction and be launched in that direction. And then, one last gimmick, which is everybody's least favorite gimmick, the wind. You get wind pushing you in a particular direction, which can range from a slight inconvenience to literal gale force winds, making it so you can't move forward without dashing. You'll see that part a little bit later. This is probably one of my favorite levels to run in the game, because it's just so much good speed tech you can do in it. Whether I'm good at it is a completely different story, but still wicked fun. But while we're doing this beginning section, if you've got anything you wanna plug or any donation incentives, now would be a good time before we get to the actual technical part of this level.
Sounds good. While we don't have any donations to read off right now, I do have some incentives I want to plug again. Because once again, I'll play one, which is currently at $25 and $50 for the Bad Boss camera. What that is basically is there's a little glitch to make the camera extremely zoomed out on the boss fights. So it makes it way harder to actually fight them, and just a lot more irritating and memey. So keep your money in for that one. It's only $25 away. There's also, after the Fallout 4 set for the file name, there's the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Combo Exhibition, which is currently $0 at $50. Keep that in mind as well, too, if you want to do anything for that. Finally, we have the Super Mario Odyssey New Donk City Festival instead. It's currently at $4.20 out of $100. Now that's personally my favorite part of the entire Mario Odyssey game is New Donk City Festival. So you're gonna want to see that. So that part is great.
Can't confirm. That part is actually awesome.
It's amazing.
It's probably one of the best nods I've ever seen in video gaming, to be honest. The only good part of SMO. I think there are people who will fight you on that, friend. All right, we're almost getting to the really rough part. We got these auto scrollers that we have to sit through, but after that, soon we will be getting to the super windy section. Can I ever wall bounce? That'd be great. Alright, cool. So, now we're going up. Because in case we haven't figured it out, guys, this game is about climbing a mountain. And we get increasingly better at climbing said mountain. Now the wind just hates us, and it's going about 3,000 miles per hour in our face. We can barely move forward. We have to dash to get everywhere. It's just incredibly inconvenient. Oh, and there's snowballs being thrown at us while we're moving forward. And those, they're very painful snowballs, it turns out. So, do yourself a favor, don't get hit by those. I almost got dunked on by one right there. So, take my advice and don't do what I just did.
You can do this, Chippy girl.
The cinnamon roll can take it, it's fine. Luckily, it seems we're getting out of this level pretty unscathed. And my people from my chat will probably start spamming here in a minute. Swagberry. The easiest Swagberry. And that's level 4. Now you'll notice a lot of these levels have been pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward so far. Mirror Temple, the level 5, is the only level where we actually skip a large portion of the level. I'll explain more when we get to it. It's pretty quick, but the gimmick here is these moving platforms that move when you dash. And actually, here's the first skip real quick. Very quickly, we skip about 3 minutes there because we just skip an entire section of the. Oh God, Maddie, please. Just skip getting a key and getting a bubble just to get this key real quick. So we skip a bunch there, but we're gonna skip even more later. But yeah, the gimmick being, 1, it's very dark. 2, there's those new platforms, as well as red bubbles, which are the same as the blue bubbles. They just happen to go infinitely until they hit something, as opposed to just launching you out in one direction. Yeah, Bubbles, you're in this game too, man. Most casual players don't know you can skip most of the first section, even casually, without any sort of weird strat, just by using that bubble to find that secret bubble there. Don't do it in your casual playthrough, it's not worth it. This still should have been called the Nutathon. Yes. I concur.
I have a nut button.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if you heard that or not.
Oh, I did. Oh, I thought that was nut. I was not sure.
Yeah, I have a nut, but it was only appropriate right there.
I mean, yes, I agree. Alright, so for some reason we're now a monster. This lasts all of 20 seconds, but hey, it's cool. So, get nommed on, Slimy Girl. Yes, that was Shasta's nut button. Alright, so now we're in this, like, sort of dream state, or what we call the mirror state. Again, I don't want to spoil any story for those who might play it, but this is a fun part of the level. There will be these enemies coming up called Seekers that don't like us very much. Right about here, the first one will spawn. They're very good at catching us, and we don't want that to happen, obviously, because that means we explode. Very Mega Man style-esque. Oh god, speaking of, holy cow. So yeah, this is just a lot of, you know, getting through, making sure you manipulate the Seekers to hit these buttons when you can. Oh boy, okay, well that went less than stellar. But hey, we're not dead, that's what matters.
Already have accusations to read.
Feel free.
Alright, so we have $4.20 from previous correctly, I think Zyrophone, saying, let's see that new dog festival and celebrate the OBB. Also get $27 from K-Pole saying, hi, medical bills suck. Hope this helps. Thank you for donations.
Medical bills do suck, can confirm. So, we just skipped about 5 minutes of the game right there. And it's the easiest skip you'll ever do in any game ever. It just looks super impressive for no reason. But yeah, you're supposed to get 2 keys to unlock the way to get out there, to get a bubble. We don't care, we just want to beat the level instead. So, there's that. The man himself has arrived. What's up, Keizaron?
Please.
Alright, now we're doing the fun part. If I could get everybody in chat to spam Theo, please, because this guy might be the worst, but is also the best character in the game. Oh, can you not? Thanks. So, I have to transport this guy in a crystal while also transporting myself, while also not dying to the Seeker things, and it's horrendous. But we still love Theo. Theo is actually just the best character in the game. He has an Instagram account you can follow at Theo's Instapics, and it's great because he just wants...
Actually?
Oh, he legit has an Instagram account, yeah.
That's a big thing.
It's great. I can link it for everybody after the run, if y'all would like.
Good. I actually want to see that.
He straight had, it's just pictures he's taken throughout the game. It's beautiful.
That's so great.
Oh god, I almost literally threw him into the abyss. It was beautiful. Also, little known fact, if you want to get your mind blown a little bit, this track that's playing in the game right now, you can actually listen to it backwards, and there's a secret message in it.
Oh, I've heard that before. That's crazy. There's a YouTube video of it if anyone wants to look that up. It's really cool. I recommend checking it out.
Alright, and that's level 5. Yeah, Clever makes a Clever makes a good point. That Theo's Instagram does have a little bit of spoiler stuff in it, so do that after. 5B's Theo section is your favorite? Oh yeah, it's really cool. So now we're in level 6, which is called Reflection. And it probably has the coolest mechanic, which is these feathers, which basically just let you fly for a short amount of time. And it's super fun, and I'm super bad at it, and it's wonderful. Like I said, I'm super bad at it. Actually, if I'm honest, that's literally never happened before. But something happens and we end up back down here at the bottom of the mountain. And we get our favorite little characters, these blocks, that when you hit them, start going and push you in a direction, and it's beautiful. World record pace, right?
Whenever you're ready, you have another donation to read.
Feel free, man.
Alright, so we have $100 from 1,000 Sheep saying, "Great game, great event, best wishes to the Keizaron." By the way, if anyone wants to put their donations towards the incentive and didn't specify them, just feel free to tell me in chat and I will do so. But yeah, thank you everyone. That's a lot of money right there.
That's an insane support. Also, Keizaron, if you're still in chat, man, I'm going to be putting $10 towards the incentive of your choice, so let us know that when you get a chance. That'd be great. Because I'll be donating that after the run. Why do I always try to go down there? Probably because I'm the worst. Well, if the timer's not working on stream, there's an in-game timer anyways, and we go by in-game anyways.
Yeah, we got 6. It's okay.
Cool. We also got these bumpers. How long did it take me to get good at this game? I'm still not good at this game, but I have somewhere in the area of 170 hours. As for my time compared to like the world record that TGH has and whatnot, out of the 300 plus runners that run it, I believe I'm top 30 currently, with a 40-minute time, while the world record is a 32-minute time. The two like world record holders are like 12 seconds within each other about, and then the people behind them are literally a minute or more behind them. Like Yoshi Pro and TGH are just far and away better than anybody else who runs the game, and then there's like super hot competition for 3rd and 4th and whatnot.
Check for them, by the way. You're 36 of the runs of this game, which is still pretty good.
36? Okay. Yeah, I was curious if I had dropped down. Feels bad. I tried to do PB attempts the other day, and it didn't go as well as I would like. But
it happens. It's a hard game after all.
Well, I've been concentrating more on a category called All Hearts, which is... I don't want to spoil everything for people who might play the game, but there's some hearts in this game. And the speedruns to get all of them. And it's really fun. So now we're going to be coming to the best part of Chapter 6, which is what is called Rock Bottom, and it's a oh god, okay, it's a little game of tag with our little alter ego, called Part of Me, or sorry, Part of You. We affectionately call it Battle Line. Because it's awesome. So I would get your Hey Yas ready, and just destroy the chat as much as you can, because it's great. If you're ever learning this game, this is probably one of the most important parts for you to get good at. Hint, I'm not good at it. We've all been at rock bottom once or twice, yes, indeed.
Oh, never really have another donation.
I'm not sure right now would be a good time, because the music is kind of, it kind of overtakes this part.
Alright, I'll be
soon as I'm done with it, I will let you know.
Alright.
Yes, okay. That works about 10% of the time. For me, at least. Best Outcast cover. Yes. So yeah, basically the whole gimmick of this section is you're supposed to be playing tag with Battle Line here, while can we please? While she's shooting lasers, shooting bullets at you, and it's not a good time for anybody involved. But it is a super rewarding section to get good at if my hyper dashes will ever work. And also the music is awesome, as I'm sure you've all noticed. Alright, you can probably do the donation now that the chat's calmed down.
Alright, perfect. I have one donation here from Crazy Blob for $20.08 saying, there we go, I went that off canvas for that. So hooray, that's going to be happening on the very next run of Outboy.
Nice. Love it, you guys are not going to regret that one. That one's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what have I done? I am playing this on Steam, yes? So I think I see TGH in Discord chat. If you want to ask him if he wants to join and do some commentary for the end of the run, I'd love to have him in here, given that he was supposed to run this. Alright, so now we do the second part, which is just even more difficult. It's just throw spikes everywhere now. And the music gets a little more crazy and cool. And I just died at random things. Hey, yeah.
Oh.
So basically, this is just a whole mess of a million things mashed together to play this game of tag. And then this last room is just an absolute nightmare that we practice for hours on end until it works. You aren't a mountain climber. This is true. Come on. There we go. Alright, so now we have 2 dashes. Now that we have caught our alter ego, we can now dash twice in the air. Which will allow for some interesting things in the next and last level, which is the summit. Coming towards the end here.
The home stretch, if you will.
The home stretch, exactly. Alright, so now it's the final climb. It's called the summit. We're basically going to add sections of every single level back into the game. It's also got some super sweet music. Shafts is super low. Can you bring your mic up at all?
You can be closer if that helps.
That may help.
Sweet.
So now we're doing the... me missing the thing part of this game. But we're doing the little reflection part. And then we will go through little sections based on the original levels that we saw earlier in the game. Just much more difficult. And also, in my opinion, much more fun. And of course, Battle Line helps us out a bit here. $1,000K is the best section of the game. Have you played 2C? No, I'm just kidding. Oh god. Okay, that was not how that was supposed to go, but it worked. Fun fact, world record is done by now. Well, yes. No, 31:59, so not quite. But soon. We're almost there. No, we're supposed to like climb on these things, but that's slow. World record would be done now, but unfortunately I am not TGH, and I apologize for that.
Dude, it's okay, man. It can't be someone else. You gotta be your own person out there. Have your own personality.
Yo, what's up, Karg? Alright, my favorite part of the game, or at least this run. But hey, we're gonna have a fun run anyway, even if it's not a world record. Be the best that you can be. World record is never done. It's always it's an everlasting grind. This is true. TGH is just so good at this game, and I'm not joking when I say this man literally practices as much as possible. He comes to my place every now and then, and we just chill. And like when we're not like doing something, he's still on my computer practicing Celeste, because that's just what he wants to do, and it's great. Like he loves this game so much. I would be remiss if I didn't think it was literally like his favorite speed game of all time. Hooray for 1500, we get more dust bunnies. So yeah, again, these are all just rehashes of the original levels, just, you know, more difficult. Also, that room can be a nightmare if you don't get it first try. I'm very glad I did. Oh, why did I jump there? Yeah, I don't know why I do anything. Oh, God. If you have any donations, now's a great time. Up and basically up until we get to the final part of the summit. Or if you want to plug anything before uh-oh, I think the stream is having issues.
Like in a bit. But yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, we Diablo and set for banner, so like the four probably things is like the early my give after one.
That's just
Back. Okay, we're good.
yay!
It's going super fast now. I'm zooming. Oh my lord.
This is speedrunning.
Yes, it is. That was really odd. Oh my. It just zoomed like 2 minutes, like in-game time.
That's
It just
actually
zoomed, like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
Today I learned I'm an actual god of speedrunning.
By the way, I need to like say everything again because the zoom past everything.
Yeah, go ahead, go
ahead. Alright. So I was asked earlier to plug some incentives, so we can do that again. Like I said earlier, with the album incentive got Mets. It's at $50 for Bad Boss Camera. That's gonna be really awesome coming up. It's also the Fallout 4 founding incentive, which currently has nothing towards it. There's I think posted earlier in chat, 14 characters limit for that. So even like 1 cent will give you a file name of your choice on that one. But also $4.20 will do the exact same, so get your names in for that one. Lastly, the Marvel's Capcom 2 Combo Expedition, currently at 0 out of $50, which would be pretty cool because it's a fighting game speedrun, very short, and that'll definitely prolong it just a little bit longer if you want to. Yeah, take it away.
Well, first, I'm gonna need to see that clip later, but
yeah, it was really
you guys are welcome for warping space-time, and hope you enjoyed the true any percent speedrun of of Celeste. So here again, in the Mirror Temple section, we figured out we can skip things, unlike every other section in the game. Man, that was a fun 2 minutes that went by in 10 seconds. But yeah, we're getting to almost to the last part of the game. We're doing the level 5 section. I'll try that once and fail. I guess before I start the climb, I'll do a little plug for, you know, the people who run this game. If you're looking to get into a fantastic speedrun, this is the one you want to do, man. Like, this game is incredible, first and foremost as a casual game, but also as a speedrunning game. Highly, highly recommend that you give it a shot. We have a lot of runners now. We could always use more. We need more races, to be honest. So if you're into racing, get in the community and come destroy us. Tell TGH and Yoshi Pro how to run the game. That'd be great. They have big enough heads already. Kappa.
Dang.
No, I love them to death. Seriously though, if somebody could link the original runner of this game, TGHSR, TGH_SR, please do so. He is much better at this game and much more deserving of the praise for getting this game in the marathon in the first place. So please do me a favor, go follow him. He's a fantastic dude. Love him to death. He's my best friend. And other than that, just, you know, come play the game. Go support Matt Thorsten and his team. This game is the best game you'll play in a very long time. And other than that, Keizaron, to you, buddy. I'm glad you're getting better, man. I hope this helps out in the best way possible. And I'm glad I could be a part of it. And other than that, y'all are awesome for supporting such a great cause, and I will be here all weekend to watch and enjoy with you guys. Yeah, that was my spiel. Anyways, now we're at the last section of the game. We're actually climbing the mountain. This is actually the thing.
I think it's the most exciting part of the run right here, just because everything's coming together and it's all really cool.
Oh my god, the big thing about this is in like PB attempts, when you're on PB pace during this is the most intense like thing you'll ever do in your life.
I can only imagine. Because
one, it's just all an uphill climb, and two, most of the deaths in this section where you would die are like 40-second deaths. It's awful. So,
oh, wow.
Like the hardest parts of this section are like deaths that take so much time. So it's so tense the entire time. I have lost PBs by 2 seconds after being a minute ahead because I died twice in this section. It is awful.
I can only imagine as well too, these checkpoint flags definitely add some of your nerves because they count down.
Yep.
Like from a certain number.
Exactly, and sometimes your chat will be counting down like as you're going to get hype and whatnot. And while it does add hype, holy cow, does it also make you nervous?
Yeah.
But this is definitely probably the most rewarding section of the speedrun, because you get to do a bunch of cool stuff that you don't do anywhere else.
That's good counting down. Oh no.
Oh no, did they start it? Oh
Yeah,
no.
start now.
I have nobody to blame but myself.
Rip 8.
We forgot how to count. Oh lord. What an awesome community you guys have here, real talk. So supportive.
Come on, Jumpy girl, you got this.
I think my favorite was earlier was Climby Girl is best girl.
That's what it was.
We're at the final checkpoint. Let's do this. Time is coming up, by the way. And time. Whew. Thank you. In-game time, 42:42. Not a bad run for me, especially for a marathon run where I was doing a bunch of safer stuff. Oh, hold on. We have to verify the run by showing literally the most disappointing pie you'll ever see.
Oh man, let's go.
But guys, thank you so much, everybody who's running the marathon, and you know, to all you wonderful people who are supporting Keizaron and Keizathon. Shasta, thank you so much for your helpful, you know, and definitely welcome pauses between me talking.
Hey, my pleasure.
And yeah, other than that, guys, please do me a favor and follow TGH's channel. He'll be running Link to the Past later in the marathon, I believe. But again, thank you guys for letting me run Celeste, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
My pleasure. Before we end off, though, I want to read one more donation.
Sure.
It's a big one. We got $105 from Tag714 saying, hella excited for the meme weekend. Thanks to all the streamers helping that keys.
Nice,
yeah.
dude. That's nuts.
That is crazy. By the way, once again, if you want to put that towards an incentive, just tell me in chats.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for the run.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys.